Chloe Beason, he said again. What was she doing here? Last he heard, she was married to some sports company executive and living in France. But it was definitely her. Brown hair and a spiky cut, longer on top, so she often clipped her bangs to the side. Eyes the color of sweet gum tree leaves in the summer. A nose that narrowed to a slight upturned tip. Sam! She sounded as shocked as he felt. You two know each other? Rick said. Chloe's smile shot through him. So shy, so familiar, so beautiful. If you define know as in a summer catching endless footballs from this doofus as he worked on throwing left-handed. In return, this doofus taught you how to change a tire and the oil in your car. Pretty sure we're more than even. Yes, I earn millions changing my own flat tires and draining my oil. Her quip held the laughter he remembered. Aren't you on your way to becoming a famous pastry chef? Paris, I think. Sam moved closer and perched against the desk, ignoring Rick's questioning glances. Tell me what you're doing here. Interviewing for a job. I hear you need a manager. She glanced at Rick. But it's Chloe LaRue now. The interview had just started, and Sam was gleaning the latest details of Chloe's life when his phone buzzed. It was Briggs, his public relations manager. Sam had hired Briggs 3 years ago to help revamp his reputation. He was a brilliant strategist. He pointed to his phone. I've got to take this. Go, Rick said. Chloe and I will keep chatting. Briggs, Sam said, moving into the kitchen. Tell me we have good press from last night. The Sports World fundraiser at the Opry had been a huge success thanks to his friends, Buck Matthews, Tracy Blue, and other country music greats. We do, but talk to me about Curvy Carla. What's going on? This again? Sam's jaw clenched, and he rubbed a hand over his chin. A groupie I drove home last week from a party. My bad. She was a Martelli groupie until she got bored or something. I dropped her off. Didn't even get out of the car. Dang, he sounded like a broken record. Can we put out a press release or something? We could, but according to her Twitter feed, you two are an item. I got a call from Entertainment Tonight asking for details. Tell them we are not an item, and this is what Sam Hardy gets for trying to be a Boy Scout. Sam looked up to see Ruby staring at him, her finger pressed to her lips. Keep it down. Right. I'll reach out to this Curvy Carla. In the meantime, I've got my team ramping up your social media feeds with your charity work. Last night's fundraiser is good copy. Also, give me details on your knee recovery. That news will spin nicely. Send me some pictures and deets when you can. When he hung up with Briggs, Sam turned to see Ruby, wrapped in a white apron and drying her hands with a paper towel, watching him. Old habits die hard, Sammy, she said. No, Ruby. Old reputations. Stick with it. You'll turn things around. Her tone and her confidence reminded him to believe it. She was right. It'd only been 3 years since he decided he needed a new way of living. He pushed out the kitchen's back door and paced up and down the alley. One direction led to Blossom Street, the other to Holly. He needed to cool off a moment, get his head back into business mode. The day he'd decided to change his life remained at the forefront of his mind. He'd gone to a private party at a music mogul's home in Franklin and hooked up with a tall, lithe brunette. Since he had never let women stay over at his place, he walked her to the door after the, deed was done. She'd been much sweeter than most girls who flirted with sports figures. It was then he'd realized she wasn't a groupie or jersey chaser, that she actually liked him and thought he was interesting. And he couldn't even remember her name. That's when he knew he had to turn his life around. Or one day, when he did settle down with a wife and kids, he'd end up doing something like his father.